Lauderdale, Florida. This is NAB Show Live.
Ryan Saddles are here with another edition of NAB Show Live and Broadcast Beat's pre-NAB Show coverage. Today we have the president of Imagine Products, Dan Montgomery. How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great, thanks.
So Dan, tell us a little bit about the history of your company.
Well, Imagine Products is 25 years old. This will be our 25th NAB, and so we're celebrating that at the show. But basically, we started back in 1991 with a product called the Executive Producer, which was a DOS logging program for analog video. And we progressed from there with different versions of that in Windows and Mac, and then archiving with a product called ImageMine. And we got further on into things when the digital domains came around with viewers and transcoders and a very popular product called Shoplet Pro, which is a copy utility for Mac and Windows to be able to move large files and mini files from hard disks and camera originals onto your make backup copies onto hard disks.
Tell us more about Shoplet Pro. I've heard of it for sure. It's a very popular product. Go ahead and just talk about it a little.
Well, Shoplet Pro started in about 2006, and at that point in time, we were partnering with Panasonic, and they were just about to come out with their new under $10,000 HD camera called the HVX 200. And they were looking for apps to support that, and we actually wrote the first viewer for P2 that could instantly preview clips for P2 before Apple did it in Final Cut Pro or any of those things. So we got hooked up with them, and we recognized that the digital domain was coming and that they needed, a way to copy those files securely and quickly and so forth. And about that same time frame, Sony approached us and asked us to do the same thing for them with their EX cameras. And so Shoplet Pro was born, and the rest is history, I guess. It's a offloading copy application. A lot of people said at the beginning, gosh, it's just a copier. Who will ever pay money for that? But yeah, the whole point was being able to rest assured that the copies exactly match the originals, and you do that using checksums. And we do other things like checking for missing data and making sure that everything goes smoothly and correctly, and you can make multiple copies at the same time and so forth.
And so how many users are there for Shoplet Pro? There's got to be, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine.
North of 30,000.
Wow,
We have at least that many, yeah.
That's quite impressive. So what other applications does Imagine Products have?
Well, I will tell you that at NAB we will be previewing the next generation of Shoplet Pro for both Mac and Windows. We're currently in version 5. Version 6 is coming out, and it has some new things for data wranglers in it. We also have, I mentioned earlier, a product called HD View. That is a player that can play, use for quality checking of video files in their native format. So it doesn't transcode, it's non-destructive, and it virtually plays over 20 different camera file types instantly. And you can apply color correction to kind of see it, to show it to clients and that sort of thing, and make playlists and whatnot. You can also link external audio files and play that back with it at the same time. And you can watch your offloads from Shotput as they come over to the copied media to check them for quality before you go forward.
So since you guys are workflow experts, I'm sure you have an archiving app as well, right?
We've had several over the years. Our current one is called Pre-Roll Post, and that emphasizes backing up things to LTO drives. It also works with Sony's optical disc archive, the ODA, or you can do it directly to hard disk, but for the most part, people are using it with LTO drives. And so we partnered with a number of LTO manufacturers for both Thunderbolt-enabled ones, USB 3 enabled drives, just plain SAS ones, and it's a copy type application as well. it's copying the files from your hard disk onto tape. We can control multiple tapes at the same time. And what's unique about it is it's creating a database in the background that's video enabled, that knows, because we understand video types, we know when you backed up a video type, and we can create thumbnails and proxies for those, extract the metadata and pertinent information like that to make it searchable, so you know what tape you put it on, and so forth.
Well, so it certainly sounds like you guys have, your hand in many parts of the post-production process. Have we missed anything?
We do transcoding. We have an application called ProxyMill. That's a runtime. It's a watch folder based application, so it can watch for files that are being offloaded with Shotput, and create proxies for those. Same thing with pre-roll post, so it can watch for those kind of things. Those are our big ones. We have a few other ones, like just a checksum checker called ShotSum. So if you wanted to compare volume A to volume B and see what's the same, what's different on these two hard disks, ShotSum is a product for that. Or if you just wanted to know across all your generations of copies of files, which ones are the same, which ones are different, ShotSum is the app for that. And we have a LUT application software for Mac as well.
Well, that's pretty interesting. It turns out ProxyMill is a product that I used a couple of years back. Love the product, very cool for transcoding. Again, Dan Montgomery, president of Imagine Products. It was an honor to have you here, sir. Where can we find you at the 2016 show? And go ahead and share your website as well.
We'll be at the South Lower Hall in about the same area as last year. It's SL 10827. And our website is imagineproducts.com. You can download demos and specs and all sorts of things from there.